a meditation practice to bring you back to the center. Begin to find your seat. Choose to either sit with your spine resting against some support, or allow the pelvis to sit on your meditation pillow with the pelvis tilted slightly forwards, the spine long, the shoulders drawing away from the ears. Either choosing to sit in a cross-legged position with some support beneath each knee if needed, or simply extending the legs. For this practice, we will remain in a comfortable, upright seated position to reach for any props that you feel that you may need. Make sure that you are warm and undisturbed for the duration of the practice. And as you take your time to find your seat, just take a moment to reflect on how you're feeling in this moment and what has called you to this practice, opening the doorway for reflection, awareness. As you create your seat, spine long, chin drawn slightly in, with the crown of the head drawing up towards the sky, the shoulders rolling away from the ears, the last rib slightly drawing in. The whole spine is long. Shoulders, arms relaxed as we come into Uttara Bodhi Mudra, which is where you interlace all fingers except the index fingers and the thumbs, and extend the tip of the index finger down into the earth. Alternatively, choose your own mudra that feels comfortable for you, or simply placing the back of the hands onto the thighs or knees. The palms can be turned up or down, and trusting that the intelligence of your own body will guide you as to what feels most comfortable for you. As you feel fully supported, take these final moments now to set up your seat, making sure that the body is supported and comfortable as you prepare. Begin to feel the jaw slightly soft, facial muscles relaxed, slight gap between the upper and lower row of teeth. The membrane of the skin is soft, and the body starts to feel as if it's moving into some stillness, some quietness. So scanning the body and being aware of how the body is feeling, noting any areas of tension, tightness, and just simply taking the breath to those spaces as if giving permission to release and to let go. And sometimes all that is required is the acknowledgement that that tension may be there, and that's enough. Allow the eyelids to feel heavy, closed if not already. Softening into the breath and feeling the breath becoming long and expansive, rising and falling, and start to slow the breath down. One breath moving a little bit deeper and slower than the last, inviting the mind to follow the pace of the breath, the soft sound of the breath as the breath deepens. The witnessing of the breath gives further permission for the breath to slow down. And as every breath moves a little bit deeper than the last, notice that the mind starts to follow the gentle waves and movement patterns of the breath. And you start to interoceptively move inwards. You begin to journey from the outside world to the inner world, and yet you remain aware of all of the sounds that are around you that you may not be able to control, but allow them too to be part of your practice. Just phenomena moving around you, nothing to distract you as you journey inwards. And starting to sense an awareness within the physical body, the mental body, the emotional body, having an awareness of how you're feeling in this moment, how your day has influenced you, and just allow that deeper reflection of where you're at and what you need from this practice today. Begin to become aware of any tightness that may remain in the body, and breathing into the pockets of those spaces, softening with every breath, releasing the tension and the tightness, knowing that you can move the body at any time, the arms, the legs, the head, the neck. Just move as you need. Awareness moving through the layers of the mental body and reflecting on the thoughts that have been moving through in these last few days. Thoughts that may have been persistent, cyclical in nature. We now know that we have anywhere from 5,000 to 88,000 thoughts per day, and 50% of those thoughts are the same ones. In this practice, your mind follows the breath and the journey of the breath as it enters and leaves the body. And as you create awareness with the witness aspect of who you are, you become aware of how these thoughts may have influenced your physical body and emotional body. You become aware of the emotions that may have been present around you in these last few days. And you just soften into them, you witness them. There's no need to layer story. Just allow them all to be just as they are. Allow yourself to be just as you are. And then moving through the layer of the spiritual body, becoming more aware of the wisdom that has been moving through of late, the insights, the awarenesses, the space, a deeper understanding of a particular experience or individual or of yourself. And you create a holding ground as you witness all aspects of the layered self, not pushing anything away, allowing everything to be just as it is. And as you breathe, the breath moves a little bit deeper. Awareness drawing in. For practice, we'll open with Savitri Pranayama. This is where, together, we will inhale for a count of 6, hold the breath for 3, and exhale for 6 again, moving through a few rounds together. Beginning now to prepare as you exhale fully and completely, as you now inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 2, 3, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 2, 3, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Regulate the breath. Take a breath in and a long breath out. Noticing the body softening even more. Mind following breath, breath moving more deeply. And you begin now to imagine or sense or have the awareness that 4 meters above your head, a white lotus flower opens in full bloom, and these 12,000 petals begin to unfurl, and white liquid nectar begins to drip from each flower, descending down through the crown of your head and into the body. And 3 to 4 meters below you is a 4-petaled red lotus flower opening in full bloom and releasing a red ruby light that becomes absorbed back into the body as you exhale. And notice that between each lotus flower above and below you, that you are suspended between the two, as if magnetized to the center of each lotus flower. And you are held here almost weightless, light, open, free. And from the upper lotus flower to the lower, you notice this rod of intelligence running through the center of you, this expansive field of light. And this is the center of you, the Madhya. And at the center, there is this open, expansive vortex of energy. And you breathe into this space. You breathe into its expansive nature. And you allow it to widen with each breath. And as you breathe, you simply allow the white light above you to be drawn down into the body, all the way down into the earth. And as you exhale, that red ruby light runs back up through the center of you, all the way up and through to the white lotus flower again. And every breath moves with a deeper rhythm and a more expansive nature. Long, slow, deep breaths into the body from crown to base. Long, slow exhalations from base rising up through to crown. And you follow the wave-like movement of effortless breath, entering and leaving the body. And you feel that aspect of the self through the center as you draw yourself back into the center of yourself and back into the presence of this energy that runs through the center of you. As this channel of light and vibrancy widens, bring in here any worries, concerns, fears, doubts, questions, knowing that this central rod of intelligence has the capacity to digest whatever you bring in here. Before it becomes a story, you draw it into the center. And as you breathe, you allow this intelligence to process and digest what is here. All that is required of you is to breathe and come back to your center again. And when you're present and when you're centered, you move through the world from the inside out instead of the outside in. And you move at your own pace, at your own rhythm. And you move through an authentic aspect of who you are. And as you breathe, you just simply watch this energy move through the body. The next time you take a breath in, you bring in the bija mantra of hum. And as you exhale the red ruby light back up through the central channel, you hear the bija mantra of sa. Hum on the inhale and sa on the exhale, following this natural vibratory energy. And the mind begins to follow the breath, the mantra, the color, and the movement of breath in and out of the body. And you soften into hum, chanted quietly within your own mind upon the full duration of your inhalation, and sa, repeated quietly in your mind for the full duration of your exhalation. Breath in, breath out, coming back to the center of yourself again. Breathing in, breathing out. Mantra rising and falling and softening. And a vibrancy of peace starts to wash through every cell as hum and sa moves through. Softening into the breath. As the thoughts arise, just let them move through like clouds in the sky, coming and going, passing through the screen of the mind. You come back to your center again and anchor yourself into this aspect of who you are, and making the conscious decision to move from this sacred place, the most authentic part of who you are, where there is broad and expansive awareness. You soften into the silence. The hum sa mantra gently falls away. You allow the vibration of hum and sa to continue to resonate through your whole being. You begin to notice a white lotus flower above you beginning to dissolve the liquid white energy into your body, becoming your form, your skin. And as you next exhale, you draw in the red ruby light from beneath you, drawing it back into the body as you ground back into the center of yourself again. Breath moving in and breath moving out. And as you move now into your next set of activities, if any, you move from this grounded, connected, and anchored space, and that you know that from this moment forwards, all that is required for you to return back to your center again is a conscious awareness of your breath. That is all that is needed. That is all that is required. Long, deep breath, bringing you back into the center of the self again. You give thanks for the time that you have taken in your practice today. Time out for yourself to return to center again. And the wellspring of peace and stillness that is found here is always here. Any time in your day you feel pulled out of the center of you for whatever reason, remember that it is the breath that becomes the bridge to bring you back home to yourself again. And then from there you move forwards. Beginning now to deepen the breath. Awareness now expanding to take everything in as the breath starts to deepen. Maybe bringing some movement back into the limbs, the head, the neck. Bring your awareness back into the space. Drawing your palms together in prayer position at your heart space. And setting your intention for how you wish to move from this space so that you move with conscious presence, conscious anchoring. And then when you're ready, beginning to rub the palms together, generating warmth and prana into the palms of your hands. And then one hand at a time cups each eye. And when you are ready, gently allow the eyes to open halfway as you allow light and form and color to come back in. And now allow the eyes to open all the way, releasing the hands. Thank you for joining me in this practice today. Until next time, namaste.